Now that your Great Start to Quality application has been submitted, you are ready to complete the self-reflection. To access the self-reflection, you'll need to log into the organization profile. Once in the organization profile, select the Quality Improvement tab. Then you will select the Quality Overview button, or you can navigate to the left menu and select Quality Overview. This will open the Quality Dashboard. Once in the Quality Dashboard, find the Active Cases section, then locate the Great Start to Quality case, and then select the blue Case Details button. Once the case detail is opened, you can find the Self-Reflection button on the right side of the screen and select it. This will then open your self-reflection. Once in the self-reflection, you will notice that it is comprised of 5 categories of indicators. The categories are family and community partnerships, inclusive practices, curriculum instruction and learning environment, intentional teaching practices, professional development, and staff qualifications. When you open your self-reflection initially, you will notice that all categories are marked as incomplete. However, you do not have to complete the entire self-reflection at one time. So if you are returning to the self-reflection, you may see some sections that are marked as complete. For the purposes of this video, you will see that I have already begun working on the self-reflection, as the curriculum instruction and learning environment, as well as the inclusive practices sections are marked as complete. While each category has different quality indicators, they function in the same way, so we will not go through each and every category and every indicator. Now, for the family and community partnership section, it is marked as incomplete. To complete this category or any other, we will select the Review button. Once this category is opened, you will see the indicators listed. The first indicator is that programs share information to families about children's individual developmental progress. You will also see a note that indicates that this indicator is not applicable for children above the age of kindergarten entry. It also shows how many pieces of evidence need to be uploaded. Here you can select either currently meeting, not meeting at this time, not meeting at this time, would like to consider for the quality improvement plan, or not aligned to program philosophy. I will now quickly cover what each of these selection option means and when you might want to use them. If you select the first option, currently meeting, you would do this when you believe the program is meeting the intent of the indicator. This selection will require that you upload evidence to show how you are meeting the intent of the indicator. You will want to select not meeting at this time when you believe the program is not yet meeting the intent of the indicator and you are not yet ready to make a goal to work on it. This selection will not require that you upload evidence. You will want to select not meeting at this time, would like to consider for the quality improvement plan, when you believe the program is not yet meeting the intent of the indicator, but you are ready to make a goal to work on it. Selecting this option will automatically create a goal based on the indicator in the Quality Improvement Plan, or QIP, that you can edit and work on. This selection will not require that you upload evidence. You will want to select the final option, not aligned to program philosophy, when you believe the program is not meeting the intent of the indicator and you believe it is not something that aligns with the program's philosophy. For example, a program might not use a curriculum from the approved list. They may choose to use a different curriculum or approach based on their philosophy, beliefs, or practices. This selection will also not require that you upload evidence. Now that we understand each selection option and what it means, we will get back to completing the self-reflection. I'm going to say that I'm currently meeting this indicator. Then I can see that no additional documents have been added, but they are required. If you are unsure of what evidence you should add, you can use the help or question mark icon. When you select this, a pop-up box will explain how much evidence is required and list some examples of evidence you might have. Please note, these are just examples of evidence. Your program may have different evidence that meets the intent of the indicator that you want to upload. The evidence requirements and examples in the help icon are specific to each quality indicator. Once you know what your program is doing to meet the intent of the indicator, you can upload the evidence. To add evidence, you have 2 options: adding from the document vault or adding a file from your computer or mobile device. For this indicator, I will use the plus file button. This will allow me to upload documents from my computer or mobile device. Here I can see the different documents available to upload. You can select one at a time, or if I hold the control key on my computer, if I have more to upload, I can select more than one document. Now I can see the document name and the size of the file, which shows me that it has been added. I can also see that there's a box to add a description. When entering a description, you can indicate to the validator things you would like them to review, such as a specific page, or you could explain additional information about the evidence that you uploaded. Entering a description is, however, completely voluntary. For this handbook, I know I need the validator to look at a specific page, so I will make a note. Additionally, if you've uploaded the wrong document at any time in the process, you can simply use the red trash can or delete button to remove the document, and then say, yes, you want to delete the file. However, keep in mind when you delete a file, it's likely that you'll need to upload something new in its place. So I'm going to add a document again since I just deleted one. Next, we can move on to the next indicator. This indicator talks about the program having a handbook or contract that includes the following points. For this one, I'm also going to select currently meeting. Again, I will need to upload evidence. If I have questions about the evidence for this indicator, I can again use the help icon. This time, however, I'm going to upload documentation from my document vault. Here I can see all the documents that I previously added to the document vault in my organization profile. If I know the name of the document, I can scroll through and find it, or I can use the search feature at the top. Since this indicator is about the handbook, I'll just search the word handbook so I have less documents to look through. Now I can see two documents that have the name handbook and select the one that I want for this indicator. You can select more than one document at a time, or if you accidentally select the wrong one, you can just push it again and it will deselect for you. Once you're sure you have the correct document selected, use the Add button and the documents will be added. Again, I can see that there's an option to enter a description if I would like to do so. The next indicator, FCP3, talks about the program having a goal in the quality improvement plan based on the Strengthening Families Protective Factors, and it outlines the protective factors. I know that I've actually already created this goal in my quality improvement plan, so I'm going to say currently meeting. Since the quality improvement plan, or QIP, is located in the system, there is no option to upload evidence for this indicator. For the next few indicators, I'm just going to say not meeting at this time. And I think for the last indicator in this section, this is something my program would like to work on. So I'm going to say not meeting at this time, would like to consider for the quality improvement plan so that it adds a goal. Now that I'm at the end, I will select the Save button. And it will ask me, do I want to continue working in this category? If I'm not done, I can say yes. But since I am done, I will say no. Now I can see that this section is marked as complete in the self-reflection. As I shared before, for the purposes of this video, I have already completed the next two sections. However, if I know that there is something I want to change or revisit, I can always open the section again using the Review button. Let's try this in the Curriculum, Instruction, and Learning Environment section. I'm going to scroll through my selections in my evidence, and I remember that I was working on this indicator, CIL5, about consistent daily routines. So I'm going to change my answer from not meeting to currently meeting. I can now see that documents are required. For the purposes of this video, though, I'm going to purposely not upload any evidence so you can see what happens if you accidentally forget to upload something. So I will scroll through and see if there's any other changes that I want or need to make to any of the indicators. And I can see that everything else looks correct, so I will select the Save button. Again, I'm done working in the section, so I will say no, and it will take me back to my main self-reflection. I can now see that this category is showing as incomplete. Anytime you see incomplete, use the Review button to see what you might need to change. Now I can scroll through, and I see on this indicator CIL5, this exclamation point telling me that documents are required. Now I know that I forgot to upload a document, and I can do so at this time. I'm again going to use my document vault, and this indicator was about routine, so I will select that indicator with my daily schedules to upload. And I don't need any additional description added. Since that was the only change I needed to make, I will select the Save button and not continue working, and this will take me back to my self-reflection. I can again see that it is now marked as complete because I've uploaded the documents. The final two sections of the self-reflection are a little different, and these are the professional development and staff qualifications. In these categories, you will see there is a report button. Let's select the report button for professional development and view the report. Once the report opens, you will be able to see the professional development added to each person's individual profile and verified by my registry. The report will show the various training topics from the professional development indicators in the self-reflection. Therefore, this report is essential to review as you complete the self-reflection indicators for professional development. This is also the report used by the validator if you choose to move on to the validation portion of the process. I'm going to leave the report and go back to my self-reflection for a moment. I will now select the Review button to open the quality indicators. You can see in the professional development indicators that there is no option to upload evidence, even when you select Currently Meeting. It is not required. This is because any professional development hours for Great Start to Quality will need to be verified by my registry prior to the submission of the self-reflection. The validator will only review the professional development report. Again, when you look at the professional development indicators, you will want to refer back to the report to see what your staff had verified in my registry at the time you were submitting the self-reflection. For example, this indicator is talking about the ages of children the staff work with and taking training related to it. So I will go back to the report and see if staff have taken training. I can see these sections all relate to the ages of children, and I can look through my staff to see who has and who has not taken training related to it. I can then go back to the indicator and answer based on what I saw in the report. I can continue to do this, going back and forth between the report and the indicators to make sure that I'm answering them correctly for the staff in my program. I've reviewed the report closely and I'm going to make some selections. There are some that my staff are meeting and some they are not, and also a couple that I might want to add to my quality improvement plan. Once I've reviewed the report carefully and aligned it with the indicators, going back and forth between the two, I can then save this section. You will also notice in this section that there was no choice to make the indicator related to not being aligned to the program. This is because it is high quality for all programs to continue with ongoing professional development. Now that I'm done, I will return back to the self-reflection, and I can see that this section is also marked as complete. I can also close that professional development report. The next section is staff qualifications. This one also has a report that I will open. You will see in this report each staff member listed along with their career pathway level. The career pathway level should be reviewed for each staff member to determine which indicator to select. It might be helpful to know when you look at the indicators using the review button, specifically the second indicator that mentions all staff, that staff includes leads, assistants, and school-age staff. It does not include aides, subs, floats, non-teaching support staff, kitchen staff, bus staff, or emergency backup caregivers. Assistant staff are defined as regularly scheduled staff who are included in licensing adult-to-child ratios. You can see that in the staff qualification indicators, both SQ2 and SQ1, that they need to be verified by my registry prior to submission of the self-reflection. The validator will only review staff qualifications that are listed in the report. Again, when you look at the qualification indicators, you will want to refer back to the report to see what your staff had verified in My Registry at the time you were submitting the self-reflection. The staff qualification section also includes 3 additional indicators that you do have an opportunity to upload evidence for. So I'm going to review the report and see which indicators my staff meet, and then I will make my selections. As I review the other indicators, I can determine if I want or need to upload evidence, or if I want to add it to my goal as a goal in my quality improvement plan, or if it's not aligned to my program. We are meeting this one, and I know I have the document saved on my computer, so I will go ahead and upload that as well. Once I'm done, I will again select the Save button, and I don't need to continue working, so I will select No. Now you can see that all 5 categories in the self-reflection have been completed. At this time, I could push the Submit button, or if you're not quite ready to submit, you can always go back, close the self-reflection using the Close button, and go back to your organization profile, make any changes that you would like, and then reopen the self-reflection at any time before submitting it. Since we are sure that everything is correct this time, we are ready to submit. I'm going to push the Submit button, and then I will get a pop-up that wants me to confirm if I'm ready to submit. Once you submit the self-reflection, you will move to the next step in the process, so you'll want to make sure everything is correct before you do so. Now that we've submitted the self-reflection, we are back in the case details, and we can see the next steps for the program. If at any time you have any questions, simply scroll to the bottom of the screen and find the contact information to Great Start to Quality. You can reach us via phone at 1-877-614-7328, by email at greatstarttoquality@ecicforkids.org, or you can visit our website at www.greatstarttoquality.org. Here you will find more information, guidance documents, and more videos like this one to support you through each step of the process.